this is our first ever podcast for the district newsletter. Of course, we're going to keep offering the written version for those that just prefer it that way. But this is a new medium, a new format that we're going to try, and hope that we'll enjoy this as we talk about district events and as we talk about what's going on. So I appreciate Tim having me on this morning. I just wanted to say a quick word. Actually, to kind of say a word, also tell a story. January is funny because the Rotary year, as we all know, begins July 1st and ends June 2nd. But that's on the calendar. But in theory, it's more of a regular calendar year in that it's in many ways it starts in January and ends in December. And I say that because January is a time when we start focusing on our next year's leadership. As I speak right now, our district governor-elect Ron Pierce is down in Orlando, Florida, which sounds romantic and nice and all, but folks, he's in class 6 to 8 hours a day, and also has activities in the evening he's required to attend. But he's really working hard. I mean, don't let the Orlando thing fool you. But he's down there. This is his last big training. He is meeting there with 530 other district governors from around the world, and so they are getting ready for their year to take over the reins on July 1st. And then when Ron gets back, he will start his trainings in early February for his president-elects and his district leaders and things like that. But I wanted to just jump on here and share a story with you. It really meant a lot. Back in the fall, as you all know, I was making my rounds to all the clubs, 47 clubs in 90 days, actually 91 days, 47 clubs. And I really enjoyed that. But I was on my way to a club visit one day, and my wife and I stopped at a little restaurant, a little barbecue place that we had eaten at several times before down in Yadkin County. And we walked in. Of course, the hostess seated us. And as soon as she seated us, I looked back just a couple tables behind me, and I noticed a group of 4 people that were having lunch. And the reason I noticed this group is I knew these folks. They were members of the Yadkin County Rotary Club. Well, as your district governor, my first inclination was to go and speak. And my wife said, "You're just itching to get over there, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I kind of am." But I noticed that they were just having a really good time together. They were laughing, they were talking, and I just didn't feel that it was appropriate at that time to interrupt what they were doing. Well, eventually, of course, they broke up and they all stood and was coming by my table. So, of course, when they came by, I spoke with them. And they shared something with me. And now let me tell you who was at the table. At the table was the immediate past president, the current president, who I have the opportunity and privilege to work with, the president-elect, and the president nominee. These 4 people. Come to find out, when talking with the president, that these 4 club leaders meet monthly, and they have lunch together. And she went on to tell me that, we talk a lot about Rotary. We talk a lot about what's going on in the Yadkin County Club and our plans and what's worked and what hasn't worked, what we want to try. But again, here were 4 years. This represented 4 years of club leaders that were having lunch and talking about those things. And she said, we also talk about, our family, our jobs, and life apart from Rotary. But I was so impressed with that. I mean, here are 4 club leaders who were meeting regularly for lunch, doing life together, and also doing Rotary together, planning for their year. And one of the most important things in Rotary that is succession planning, knowing not only what your year is all about as president, but knowing what's going to happen after you leave. Those of you who attended Membership Summit back in August may remember that our district membership chair, past district governor John Spielman, made the comment that there is a direct correlation between club growth and succession planning. In other words, if you know who's going to be coming behind you, and as you work together, it makes all the difference in the world. And the clubs that are really, really doing well in district, growing, really expanding the mission of Rotary through community service projects, through business networking, through social networking, the things I talk about, they have a great succession plan in place, and those folks are working together. So I just wanted to jump on here and let you know how important it is. And here it is in January. I hope you already have your president-elect. I hope you have your president nominee. That's one that's going to take over in 2 years. But just know how important that is to the vitality and the life of your club and the success of your club. As a matter of fact, in my printed newsletter article, I talk about success ION, because I believe that you do have success when you do have a great plan of succession in place. So I hope you'll work on that if you hadn't already done it. A lot of clubs already have this. Some clubs don't. But I want to encourage you that if you truly want to see positive things happening in your club, go ahead and get that succession plan in place. Thank you guys for listening today. Thank you, Tim, for this opportunity. And we're going to call it a time.
Awesome.